It's time for Chad's Recovery Corner, where recovery's just around the corner. It's time for Chad's Recovery Corner, which nobody can deny. Hello, and welcome to a late day edition of Chad's Recovery Corner, where we talk about recovery and check in with each other, even though you can't really check in with me. But you can always respond to this if you decided that you wanted to listen to it and not delete it. So today, there are a few things going on. First, I have to wear these now. I have to wear readers. I thought my eyes were tired. Apparently, I'm just getting older and going blind. Today is also my birthday week. Speaking of getting older, isn't that exciting? So I'm celebrating 48 years of me on Tuesday. Today I am reading from the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous because a dear friend of mine who had just celebrated 17 years of sobriety died from cancer. And today was his virtual funeral. And he was a very special part of my life. There are certain people in our lives that are little bits of joy and kind of reflect on us how we would like to be, or a reflection of what higher power really is. And this was read at his service today. And so I thought I would share it with you. It's the 417 acceptance piece. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. When I am disturbed, it is because I find some person, place, thing, or situation, some fact of my life unacceptable to me, and I can find no serenity until I accept that person, place, thing, or situation as being exactly the way it is supposed to be at this moment. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's world by mistake. Until I could accept my alcoholism or addiction, fill in what the problem is for you, I could not stay sober. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I'm going to read that again. Unless I accept life completely on life's terms, I cannot be happy. I need to concentrate not so much on what needs to be changed in the world as on what needs to be changed in me and in my attitudes. So, John, my dear friend, who I sent this to during his kind of last few days, during his time in the hospital and struggling with cancer, he got to see Chad's Recovery Corner and enjoyed them. But had this selected, I'm assuming he selected this to be read at his funeral. Accepting life as it is, what it brings us, fully and completely, and rather than focusing on what needs to be changed in the world, thinking about what needs to be changed in us. That goes along with what I've been talking about before, changing our mind, changing our world. And John did that. John had kind of what the program speaks of with 17 years of just being full of joy and life. Are we always going to be happy? No. But he met everything, including his last days and his cancers, with a sense of gratitude, peace, and joy. I can only hope that that will be how I live out the latter or the final days of whatever my existence is. So, not exactly a light-hearted version of Chad's Recovery Corner today. We don't even have our coffee. I went to fill it, but I forgot about it. But I was drinking out of my It Is What It Is mug, which also kind of follows what we've been talking about today. We also have to accept that the dog will bark when she thinks someone's at the door and they're not. It's okay, Dasha. So we will swallow that reading down and maybe light a candle for John. So, whatever you take out of that today, acceptance equals empowerment is what the pastor or religious person said after the reading. What does that mean to you? What do you need to accept that you haven't accepted yet? Where are you not accepting all of life? Every piece of it that may be interrupting your serenity? And where are you focusing on the change in the world rather than a change within yourself? Take a moment, as I might today, to kind of celebrate and honor those that we may have lost, and celebrate them a little bit. Anyway, until next week, when I'll be 48 years old, fully and completely, when we talk about more stuff. Lots of love. Enjoy your Sunday evening.